Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3. And today I'm going to be giving you part 8 of What If Naruto had the 6th Eye Sharingan. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, don't forget to go ahead and check out the brand new episode brand new series over on Anime King of What If Naruto was sent to the Spider-Man universe, and enjoy that guys. And remember, for new, yes, I indeed have 4 channels which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. So without further ado or wasting more time, what do you say we jump right into this brand new episode? Begin now guys. Oh yeah, don't forget to turn on the bell notification and see exactly when I post. So let's jump right into this. Begin now guys. So the last spot we left off. Upon meeting Tatsumi, Naruto was shocked. So was Sasuke as the woman reminded them so much of their mother Mikoto. They had very similar features. So with that, the other two were given a course to train in, while Kakashi brought Naruto aside, as he wanted to know what he did while he was facing off against a hunter ninja. However, the problem was, Naruto could not tell him what really happened. After all, if the Hokage or Kakashi should know that he had tampered with the seal that was on Mito, there would be no doubt questioning and a lot of it, and he didn't want to get himself or Mito in any further trouble. So he lied about it, telling Kakashi that he was not sure. After all, his eyes were a mystery that were never seen before. Naruto also could not shrug the dream about him, feeling like he was connected to everything around him. He wasn't sure why he was having these strange dreams nowadays, as he figured that it had to do with his eye though. However, something peculiar happened between his fight with the hunter ninja as Naruto showed Kakashi by pulling out a bottle of water. Normal Sharingan users could see the chakra flow. They could also see to what extent the element that would be used. However, Naruto's eyes were able to pinpoint the small details and the genetic structure. Upon Kakashi using the other elements, Naruto was able to adapt and also use them as well. This wasn't normal in the slightest, considering that a Sharingan only had 2 totem, which was supposed to allow them to copy, but not at this extent. However, what Kakashi saw next left him shocked, as Naruto was able to somehow mimic the ninja. Mixing water and wind together, Naruto was able to drop the water pressure so low that it became ice as he froze the bottle. Kakashi was speechless as he had to pull down his headband to see for himself. Kakashi was not sure how this happened in the slightest, as frankly this made absolutely no sense. None at all. He wasn't sure what was going on. However, they will have to find out some more about it. And he told Naruto not to tell anyone about this until he could speak to the Hokage, as Naruto agreed. So with that, they returned back to the house. It wasn't long after that they had a family dinner together as everyone was around the table. As Naruto and the others were talking when Iniri lost it, Iniri started to yell and get angry. However, Naruto was not angry at him despite Mito wanting to clobber him. Naruto understand that he was a kid who doesn't understand, as a few bits and tips about the truth came out that caused Iniri and Tsunami and Tazuna to be shocked about all that they went through. As Naruto went outside, Sasuke following him. Sasuke told Naruto to stop worrying about him, and he should also inform him what was wrong with him as well, because Naruto was always keeping his feelings to himself. The both of them were going through a lot, not just him alone. As Naruto thanked him for that. A few days passed by after that as someone stayed behind every time to make sure that the family was safe. On Naruto staying behind, the 2 bandits decided to attack the house, which was only their big mistake as Naruto clobbered the both of them. Iniri had rushed right in head first to save his mother, as Naruto told him that he was a hero for doing that. So with that out of the way, Naruto rushed back towards the bridge, not sensing anyone else around, as Inari went to go and gather the people along with his mother. They had to rekindle their hope. They had to fight for their home, as they could not let anyone take it over without putting up a fight. Arriving to the bridge, the situation had already reached critical levels, as Mito had started to rage with the Kyuubi's power. Reason being, Sasuke, unlike Naruto, could not proceed all the needles at once, and Haku was in a state of completely dominating his opponent, so he had taken Sasuke out of commission. Mito lost it as she thought that Sasuke was dead. As she attacked Haku, Haku stood no chance. Naruto arrived and knocked Haku away as he told him to stand down. The three of them had a heart-to-heart, as Naruto already knew that Sasuke was fine after all. If Sasuke was truly dead, Naruto would have slaughtered Haku, without even saying a single word. Naruto told Haku to give up after hearing about his story, about all that Zabuza did for him, because he couldn't understand why would he follow someone like Zabuza, as Naruto begged him to give up. However, Haku called himself a tool that has no more purpose, as he rushed forward and got a Shidori through the chest, saving Zabuza. Upon that, as Haku's body was tossed away, it was then that Gato arrived and started to mock Haku, as Haku had snapped his arm after he had decided to talk roughly to Zabuza, as he was pissed off now and started to kick Haku's corpse. As Naruto and Mito yelled at him, how could he just stand there and watch a person that gave their life for him go through all of that? Their words hit Zabuza deep as he asked for a kunai. He took it and moved forward as he slaughtered the bandits before slaughtering Gato. The remaining bandits though were pissed off as they decided to take out what they could from the village. Having enough of this, as Naruto had draw a lot of the Kyuubi's power from Mito earlier, Naruto started to twist and turn, as Kakashi told him to not do that after all. The last time he did that, the explosion almost destroyed the entire place, but this time, Naruto did not combine them. Instead, he released the red chakra that he had within his system. As the red chakra came out like a beam, the bandits tried to flee or jump off the bridge, but it was too late. Bodies were incinerated at the touch. Kakashi was shocked by the raw, uncontrollable power that he just saw, that emitted from Naruto's hand. The people took a while to register what just happened before. They exploded in cheers and applause as they saw that they were finally rid of Gato and their home was finally free. However, taking a step forward, Naruto ended up passing out in agonizing pain. Waking up sometime later, Mito was beyond joy to see that he was back on his feet, as Naruto did not inform them about what happened truly. However, he was back on his feet and he was okay, as he smiled at all of them. The bridge had been constructed and done, and it was time for them to go. However, Naruto had more hatred for Itachi now than ever, as he realized that someone like Zabuza could second guess himself and save Haku's memory despite him losing Haku already. Yet Itachi slaughtered everyone and left the two of them to suffer. The hatred inside of Naruto had seemed to grow by leaps and bounds. The hatred to kill Itachi Uchiha. So yeah guys, basically as we left off, you guys can switch across the playstructure of yourself. And also guys, don't forget to go ahead and check out the other channels. Yes, I have 4 of them guys, which I post what fun every single day for you guys to enjoy. Yes, you heard that right, every single day. Links will be in the description. So what do you say we jump right into this? Begin now guys. Both Mito and Sasuke were making their way to meet up with their sensei. Naruto was not with them. He said he had something to do, and he would be there though. As the both of them were making their way down the street, as Sasuke's eye was twitching. "This is ridiculous," he said. "Does they really think they're fooling anyone?" As Mito did not look behind her, as she had a rather amused look on her face. "Oh, what's so funny?" "I love how worked up you get about these stupid things." "I mean, come on," Sasuke said. "Rocks are not square." As Mito tried to control her laughter as she held her mouth, finding it extremely funny to see how worked up Sasuke was, since that they had been, well, basically chased for the past couple of blocks. And the group would not give up. They were so persistent, despite their rock being square and moving every time. As Mito came to a stop. "You know guys, rocks aren't really square." That is when a huge explosion went off. 3 people coughing could be heard. "I told you that you used too much gunpowder," as the other ones did not respond. That is when they came out of the smoke and did their little introduction. As Mito sighed, the Konohamaru core, causing Sasuke to shake his head as he looked towards the 3 of them. As Sasuke watched as they interacted with Mito, Come on, boss, you said that you will play ninja with us today. Mito reached forward as she patted the Konohamaru on the head. Don't worry, I'll play ninja with you some other time. Today, our sensei needs us, she said. After all, I am a big shot ninja. Important mission and all. Wow, that's so cool, Mogi said. Yeah, it really is, said Udon. What did I told you guys? Boss is the greatest, said Konohamaru, a big grin on his face. Tell you what, said Mito. How about I help you in your speed training? Speed training, said Konohamaru. Yeah, let's see if you guys can make it around the corner before I can. And tell you what, if you do, I'll end up coming back and train you guys today. How's that sound? Awesome, Konohamaru said. Would you really do that? What about your sensei? Udon asks. Meh, my sensei won't be that mad about it. So you won't get in trouble? Mogi said. Nope, said Mito. So, I'll give you guys a head start after all. I am an awesome cool ninja, she said, basking in their praise. 3, 2, 1. As the three of them rushed off as fast as possible, making their way around the corner. As Mito stood there watching them, before she hopped up on the fence. Come on, Sasuke, we have to beat them there. I promise after all. Are you really gonna do this? I thought you were just egging them on, Sasuke said. What? Of course not. Those three are my rising pupils. I have high expectations for them. Just like how Kakashi Sensei is our sensei, I'm like their sensei as well. Sasuke got a frightening look on his face. What's with that look? I'm just trying to imagine what would happen to the poor kids if you actually became their sensei, Sasuke said. What? Said Mito. It would be dreadful, Sasuke said. She jumped down and whacked him in the arm. Hey, I'm not that bad, she said, before she hopped off. Sasuke hopped up on the fence as he made his way after her. They were about to speed off until they heard Konohamaru shouting. As Mito jumped down and made her way around to see Konohamaru feet off the ground, as he was being held up by a boy in all black. Modon and Ugi trying to convince the boy, shouting to let Konohamaru down. There was also a girl. She had her hair in 4 pigtails. There was a fan to her side, a battle fan. Both Sasuke and Mito walked up. Hey, what the hell is going on over here? Temari, daughter of the Kazekage, glanced towards the two, as she noticed Sasuke. Well, it seemed there indeed hot guys within Konoha, she thought to herself. That is when Konohamaru looked towards Boss. Boss, you're here. This guy. He won't let me down. Hey, you costume-wearing freak, said Mito. What did you just call me? You heard me. As Temari laughed at that name, finding that rather hilarious. I said you costume-wearing freak. Put him down before I make you. You Konoha ninjas are really cocky, and you brats don't know your manners. I think I should put all of you in place. Put us in our place? And who the hell are you? Wait, you're not even from this village, said Mito. If you don't want your ass kicked, I suggest you put my friend down before I pummel you into the ground. Kankuro, I think it's best to leave this one alone. She seemed to be a bit hyperactive, so let's just... No! Said Kankuro, cutting off his sister. These Konoha ninjas need to learn their place, and I'm gonna be the one to put them in that place. However, before he could move, his wrist was grabbed. Kankuro was surprised as he looked towards none other than Sasuke Uchiha, who now stood right at his side. Sasuke applied pressure, allowing him to drop Konohamaru. Sasuke then grabbed Konohamaru with his left arm and threw the child as Mito caught him. It's not a good idea to step in someone's village and try to assault them. You might get hurt. Kankuro pulled his arm back. Alright, that's it, he said, as he reached to take the puppet off his back. But to his surprise, nothing was there. Kankuro was confused, even Temari, as she turned. Where the hell is it? She thought to herself, as Kankuro reached behind him, feeling absolutely nothing. Sasuke did not move as he looked towards the individual in front of him, as he tilted his eyes over towards the side, causing Kankuro to follow his view of sight. Temari spun around as someone was behind her, a few steps leaned up against the fence, as he was poking at the puppet that Kankuro had wrapped up in the bandages. Ah, I see. So it's a puppet. Given this town is known for their puppeteering. So you're one of them, huh? I've never actually seen a puppeteer user in my life before. It's good to meet one of you guys. I'm quite interested in the art myself. To bring an object alive and have it fight for you. Not to mention, said Naruto as he looked at the puppet, this one is full of weapons. Kankuro was speechless. How? How did you? As Naruto turned towards him, Temari blinked in surprise. And this one was even more handsome. Granted, he looked similar to the one like before, but the longer hair and that look that he had, she could not see his eyes but the shades make him look so cool. As she could not believe how much handsome guys there were in Konoha. Naruto, said Mito, as she saw Naruto arrive on the scene. She noticed Temari looking at him. Hey, you might want to close your mouth before an insect get inside, Mito said. Temari looked away, as the girl had caught on to her staring. As for Kankuro, he was still shocked. Somehow this individual was able to remove the puppet off his back, without him even noticing, as he was beyond shocked by that. As Naruto started to walk away, walking straight towards Kankuro, Temari gripped the side of her fan. Whoever this guy was, he was fast, and he was adapting to hide his presence. However, Naruto walked by Kankuro and glanced up into the tree. Kankuro followed where he was looking as he froze. Gaara. Temari spun around hearing that. As Gaara disappeared in the sand sunshine and entered on the field, right behind Naruto, seeing that Naruto was looking up in the tree, Sasuke's eyes narrowed as he focused on this newcomer. There was something about him. I apologize for my teammates, Gaara said. They did not mean to cause a hassle. Oh, it's no problem, said Naruto, his back turned to Gaara. Next time though, keep them in line better. I wouldn't want to accidentally hurt one of them. As Gaara glanced towards Naruto, Kankuro wanted to say something, but Gaara gave him a look, shutting him up. Gaara looked towards the back of Naruto, who slowly turned to meet his gaze. There was a tiny smile on Naruto's lips. It seemed calm and reassuring, but Gaara saw something else. Who are you? He said. It's polite to give your name first, you know that, right? Besides, you're the newcomer here. Who are you? I'm Gaara. Gaara of the desert, he said. And who are you? All of you, he said, looking towards Sasuke as well. Oh, that's my brother, Sasuke Uchiha. So he's a Uchiha, Temari thought to herself. So they're the last two remaining Uchihas. She heard that the Uchihas were handsome. It seems that the rumors were not false in the slightest. And I'm Naruto Uchiha. A pleasure to meet you, said Naruto. As Gaara grinned. Temari paled when she saw that grin, as Gaara was looking Naruto up from head to toe. The grin on his face was one of malice. Hey, don't you want to know who I am, said Mito, stepping into the fray. Gaara looked towards her. No, I'm not interested. What? Mito said, losing her cool. As Naruto stepped in front of her, as he placed both hands on her shoulder. Relax, said Naruto. They're here for the Chunin exams. If we fight them, we might cause an incident. Well, if they attack you again, you're free to retaliate. However you please, said Naruto. Mito grinned here and that. I like the sound of that. As Kankuro picked up his puppet, still shocked how Naruto was able to get off his back. It made absolutely no sense. Well then, I guess I'll see you guys in the exam. You will be participating, said Gaara. Naruto nodded. Good, said Gaara. I will see you there. You two, come. As he walked off, his siblings trailing behind him. Kankuro still at loss how Naruto was able to remove his puppet and go over to the wall without him feeling a damn thing. Whoa, that was intense. The voice of Konohamaru spoke up, causing them all to look at him, making him blush in embarrassment. Time skip. Their meeting with Kakashi was Kakashi telling them that they will be participating in the upcoming exams, as they were all given forms to sign and bring it at room 301 tomorrow. The reason why Naruto was late to their gathering was because he had a little chat with Danzo. Danzo felt like it was good that he knew that there was another Jinchuriki in the fray, as Naruto already knew who Gaara was, him and his siblings that is. Danzo also wanted him to show no mercy. The man told him that Konoha was in a well, how would you say, impressionable state right now. Konoha has lost many of its heroes, many of its strength over the past couple of years. And many people believe, even with the death of the Uchiha clan, that Konoha has gotten significantly weaker. Danzo told him that it would be good if him and Sasuke were to wipe away all other participants, along with Mito as well, to show the power that they possess. So far, Team 7 have proven to be the best Genin team out of any other Genin team. They had completed the most C and D and A rank in terms of other Genin teams that graduated this year. No one passed their rank. Some people are even talking that in the upcoming future, they would be a new version of the Sanins. As Kakashi was getting a lot of spotlight for this, which he didn't want. Many people trying to ask about his little Genins. As Kakashi had been teaching them somewhat, but Kakashi was not the main ambassador behind their strength. After all, they've been at this before they even met him. As for Naruto's little copying ability with Kiki Genkai, Hiruzen had him tested. As Naruto was brought back to the doctor, somehow Naruto's eyes were able to replicate the genetic makeup of someone's bloodline, as he was able to see it on a subatomic level and see the components and see the mixture of chakra, and he found the precise blend in the chakra. As the doctor said that there was a chance that Naruto had no limitation on what he could learn. Hiruzen had seemed to go a bit quiet by that, but Naruto could understand why though. Both Naruto and Sasuke were still suffering from the loss of their entire clan. Everyone knew that their heart was not pure golden. After all, Naruto had massacred a horde of bandits without hesitation on the bridge, burning them all to dust. He had felt no sympathy, no regret, no remorse. They deserve to die after the monstrous things that they have done. That is what he had told the Hokage after the debriefing. That is why Hiruzen was a bit worried at this significant growth. If there was no limitation to what he could do, not to mention if this information was to be broadcast through the Elemental Nation, not only would they be wanted just because they were Uchihas, Naruto would be significantly more wanted because of his special eyes. The blue Sharingan has never been seen as far as Hiruzen knows, as he's never seen the eyes before, and he's never heard history of them before, as Naruto had not told him about the secret that he found in the Uchiha location, as both Uchihas felt like it was wise to keep this to themselves. This was their heritage and they did not tell anyone about it. Not even Mito knew about that place. So you could understand why Hiruzen was a bit worried. After all, Hiruzen knew the true meaning, the true reason behind the Uchiha massacre. Something that would cause mayhem in the two boys if they were ever to find out. However, so far it has shown that the boys were not showing any ill will towards the village or anything. After all, they did not know about what happened, why the Uchihas fell. But sadness and anger was not too far off. However, today was a big day, as people were excited about the Chunin exams that will be raging within Konoha. Both Naruto and Sasuke was waiting on Mito as she burst out of her house. A big smile on her face as she flipped off the balcony. "Always for the dramatics," said Naruto, as she landed on her feet. "Come on you two," she said. "Cheer up. Today's a big day. Today's a day that we show that we're worthy of becoming Chunin. And I'll be one step closer into becoming Hokage," she said, a grin on her face. She still wanted to achieve her goal to become Hokage, to be the greatest ninja, the greatest kunoichi to ever exist in this entire universe. She's gonna surpass all expectations and have an entire fleet of shinobis under her command. She'll be the ruler of the village. "Come and help us the day you become Hokage," said Naruto. "Why?" she said. "Well, given how crazy you are," said Naruto, "we all might end up dying in the same day." Whack! She punched him right in the arm. "I'll be the best Hokage, you just watch and see," she said. You know when you're upset you can't just punch your subordinates in the arm, right? Whack! She punched him once again. "I can do whatever I want. I'll be Hokage." Naruto sighed as he shook his head. "It's best if I just remain quiet," he said, as they made their way off. It did not take them long to arrive at the location. Arriving there, they stepped inside. Making their way up to the second floor, Mito realized that they were already here. However, Naruto saw through it instantly. Genjutsu were not able to affect him that easily. His eyes were always activated and alert as Naruto saw the haze of chakra. Mito stepped forward, but Naruto covered her mouth. "What's wrong?" she said. "Don't draw attention to yourself." "He's right," Sasuke said. "It's a genjutsu. Someone is trying to trick us here. I presume that you're trying to weed out the weaklings. I mean, think about it. If these guys are weak enough to get trapped by a genjutsu this easy, having them in the exam would just be too crowded and a waste of time." "Oh, I see," said Mito. "So these guys are the losers." "You know that you fell for it, right?" Sasuke said. "I mean, you were just about to walk into it." "No, I was not going to," said Mito. "Oh, really? And if Naruto had not stopped you, I would have figured it out, even though genjutsu is not really my thing." "Sure you would," Sasuke said. Mito turned towards him. Sasuke sighed, whack, as she punched him in the arm. "Stop questioning my awesomeness," she told him. As they made their way, as they were walking and sneaking past everyone, an individual caught onto them. His pale Byakugan eyes watching them keenly, as he did not say a word. However, someone walked over towards them. "Who's that?" as the girl was seen in his line of sight. "No one," he said. "Where's Lee?" "He should be right around..." "Wait, where is he?" Tenten said, looking around. Meanwhile, with Team 7, as they made their way, they were going through a small gymnasium when, "Hey you! With the long hair!" Glancing upwards, they saw a boy, as he flipped off the rail and landed in a cool pose. "Wow," said Mito. "That was cool." As Naruto watched him carefully, he reminded him of someone though. Oh yes, he had a larger counterpart. His name was Might Guy, Naruto believed. Yes, his name was Might Guy. They said that he was one of the best taijutsu user. Given the similarities, Naruto believed that he was either his son or his personal trainer, which he idolized. "Who are you?" Sasuke said. "I am Rock Lee, and I wish to challenge you," he said, pointing towards Naruto. "I heard about the both of you Uchihas, but I also heard that you were stronger." "What? Who said that?" Sasuke said. "Seems the rumors are spreading that I'm more awesome," said Naruto. Sasuke shot him a glare. "Hey, you heard about me as well?" Lee looked towards the girl, as his eyes seemed to widen at her look. "What's wrong?" she said. "Oh, excuse me. It's just, you're so beautiful." As Mito's cheeks became a bit red. However, she quickly took it over. "Of course I am," she said. "I'm one of the most beautiful, stunning kunoichi to ever walk this earth after all." "Hey," said Naruto, interrupting before Lee could say anything. "What do you want?" "I wish to challenge you," said Lee. "I've heard about you, and I want to prove that hard work trump talent anytime." "Talent?" "Yes, I heard that you were a prodigy in the making, and I wish to show that my hard work can surpass the likes of any prodigy." "So just because you hear that I'm a prodigy, you believe that you're some kind of justified hard work user, believing that you're better because you push yourself. I can see from the bandage on your arm, there's no doubt that there are cuts and scrapes under those, because you spend day in and day out training, am I correct?" "Exactly," said Lee. "And I'm going to prove my..." Naruto cut him off. "Just because you train hard, it doesn't mean that a prodigy does not need to train hard as well. However, I'm afraid I'm not going to waste my time fighting you. We have an exam to do." "Oh, come on," said Mito. "Kick his ass. I thought you were happy that he just complimented you." "Of course I was," she said. "But you want to challenge my teammate, and I'm cheering you on as my teammate, so go ahead. Kick his ass." Naruto glanced towards Sasuke. "Go on, Mr. Prodigy," Sasuke said, in a sarcastic, mocking tone. "I'm not gonna fight him," said Naruto as he started to walk away. "I'm afraid I'll have to insist," said Lee, as he appeared in front of Naruto. His legs shot upwards. However, Naruto blocked it with his staff. "So that's it? You just go around attacking people? Are you crazy?" "No, but I knew that the moment I attack, your instinct would kick in. If you are as good as they say you are, what if I was not?" "It was a risk I was willing to take," said Lee. You won't be taking the risk, you dumbass. I would be, by getting hit. Oh, yes, said Lee. The next thing Lee knew, spit flew from his mouth as he was blasted right in the stomach area. Lee slammed into the gymnasium wall. Shock and daze. As he stood there, Lee felt agony in his midsection. What was that? He said. Looking up, he saw Naruto's palm outstretched as Naruto retracted his palm. That's for being a dumbass, said Naruto. Alright guys, let's go. I don't think he's done with you yet, Sasuke said, as Naruto watched as Lee got back to his feet. I'm not finished yet, Lee said, as he rushed forward. Naruto ducked under the first kick. However, Lee used as a feint as he brought his leg down. As Naruto saw the attack coming towards him, he lowered his head, shocking Lee because Lee had swung from behind. Lee then threw his fist out as Naruto tilted his head, threw in another kick. Naruto tilt. As Lee brought his leg up, Naruto hooked it under his arm. Lee kicked his other leg out, but Naruto grabbed it as well. Having nothing to use to stand, Lee tried to balance on his hands, but Naruto applied pressure and lifted him up. He then brought Lee down with tremendous force. However, Lee stuck his hands out as they slammed into the ground, causing the ground to crater just slightly. As Lee then tried to lift Naruto up with his legs, using the momentum to flip Naruto over, Naruto allowed himself to be thrown as he flipped and landed on his hand gracefully and flipped over. Lee appeared behind him as Naruto turned. The staff slammed into Lee's side. Lee was blasted out of the air. He flipped several times before he skidded and came to a stop. How did you do that? Lee said. You did not see me. How were you able to react without seeing me? My movements are quiet. There's no way you could have heard them. Hey, said Mito. What is he using? Chakra to boost his speed? Unfortunately, no, said Sasuke. That's all him. He's just really fast. Really? Said Mito. You mean there's no chakra included? I'm afraid I'm not able to use chakra, said Lee. Wait, then how are you alive? Said Mito. I thought everyone had to have chakra. He does have chakra, said Naruto, but he just can't use it, am I right? That is why you wish to challenge a prodigy, because you were told many times in your younger days that you were not good enough. So you wish to prove whoever told you that wrong. But I'm afraid I'm not that person. I'm not the one that you truly wish to fight. I'm just a stepping stone. Unfortunately, this stone cannot be stepped on or broken, said Naruto. Lee smirked. I like your confidence, he said. However, all stones can be stepped on or broken. And I will prove that now. He slipped into his stance. You really want to do this, said Naruto. You know what? Fine. Come at me. I'll put you in your place. Whoa, he's serious, said Mito, a smirk on her face. Let's see how this play out. Why bother, Mito said. We both know who's gonna win. As Sasuke looked towards Lee, he looked back towards Naruto. Yeah, he said, we do. This guy might be fast and strong, however, his brother was something else. Despite Sasuke not wanting to say it out loud, his brother was indeed stronger than him. As Naruto shifted his foot, Lee was surprised by the fighting style as he's never seen that in his life before. That was until Lee! This is no time for fighting. You have an exam to do. Is that a turtle? Said Mito, as a giant turtle appeared on the scene. As Lee started to apologize and said, Turtle, you know what? This is too weird. Let's just get the hell out of here, said Naruto. With that, the group made their way off. They arrived to see Sensei, Mito said, as Kakashi waved at them with an eye smile. What are you doing here? Sasuke said. What? Can't I say good luck to my cute little Jennings? Oh, I see. You're here to cheer us on. You know what I heard? Mito said. I heard the other Jonin senseis and people are making bets. Why don't you make a bet on us? And who said I did not? Said Kakashi, a smirk on his face. It would be rather hilarious for us to just suddenly lose and you lose all your money, said Naruto. Kakashi blinked as he looked towards Naruto. You wouldn't dare, he said. Well, you're lucky I have to show my worth in this exam. Have to? Said Kakashi. Well, want to, said Naruto. So place your bets as high as you can, after all. There is no question about it that we will be in the finals. I promise you that. Kakashi's eyes smiled. Well, given what I've seen from all of you, I have no question about that. Remember to watch each other back. You're a team. So remember that, he said. Well, see you guys. As he proceeded to poof away, Mito took stride as she stepped in front of the group. She grabbed the handles of the door and swing them open, making a loud bang. As she stepped inside, a confident look on her face, ready to shout out until everyone turned their gaze upon her. Bloodlust from everyone slammed right into Mito. She was taken aback as all of them focused their bloodlust on her. As she staggered back, feeling overwhelmed. After all, there was a lot of them in there. That was until Naruto stepped up beside her. You know, you shouldn't go rush on to things like that. He's right. Wait for us, said Sasuke. As both Naruto and Sasuke looked forward, feeling the spike of bloodlust as they entered. However, Naruto had a little surprise for them. Tapping into the red chakra that was inside of him, Naruto released it in a concentrated wave. The effects were instantaneous. As several of them started to fall, Naruto had no idea that the red chakra was this potent and deadly on its own. Gaara gripped his skull as he started to cry, causing Naruto to shut off the red chakra. As his demons started to speak to him on the inside. What the hell happened to him, said Mito. I have no idea, Naruto said, lying to her, believing that it was a side effect of the fox chakra and the one that was inside of him. It must be, Naruto thought to himself. Naruto also had something else on his mind that he was thinking about. Gaara was the son of the Kazekage. The Kazekage placed a demon inside his own son, as he would not ask for another to place it inside of, well, theirs. He then turned his head as his eyes met with Mito blue eyes, as she was looking around. Her blonde hair, a photograph of the fourth Hokage, popped up in his mind. However, the man's name was Minato Namikaze, unless, of course, they would keep it a secret. Naruto almost slapped himself. Why didn't he just go and look on the memorial stone? If there was any other Uzumaki. It cannot be Mito Uzumaki. And he's not talking about Mito that was right here. Mito Uzumaki was the first Hokage's wife, so she cannot be her mother. The lineage was too far. But maybe Mito had a daughter, and maybe that's her mother. He would have to go and check out the memorial, trying to find another Uzumaki other than Mito, who was the first Kage's wife. He was snapped out of his trance when someone jumped on his back. It was none other than Ino Yamanaka, as Naruto had been tremendously popular in the academy. So it would beg the question that Ino would be here, happy to see him after not seeing him for so long. Naruto-kun, she said, a big smile on her face. It's been so long. What have you been up to, she asks. Troublesome. So you guys are here as well, huh? Said Shikamaru as he stepped inside with a sigh. Already seemed upset about it. Choji, Mito said. He was one of her friends because he always had snacks. What's up, Mito, he said, that smile on his face. As she walked over towards him, asked him what he was eating today. As Naruto was almost pulled down to the ground, as Ino was yanked off Naruto's back by Mito. What's your problem? Mito yelled at her. Can't you see he's uncomfortable, you being all over him? And people are watching you. Behave properly. Wait, you're telling me to behave? You're Mito Uzumaki, you know that, right? Of course, Mito said. That doesn't mean I can't behave like a lady when I have to. And you are just behaving like a tramp. What do you call me? You heard me. A tramp. As both Naruto, Sasuke, and Shikamaru stood there. Well, this won't end well, said Shikamaru. You're telling me, Sasuke said. As Naruto greeted the members of Team 8, Hinata, shy as usual, Shino, Kiba, as they were all here. Hey, I think you guys should keep it down. Naruto turned towards the individual beside him, as Naruto was instantly taken aback. Naruto could see the chakra moving through an individual body, and this person was heavily suppressing his chakra, and he was an expert at it. Given his chakra levels, and the way it fluctuated and the way he had complete control, Naruto would guess that he was probably Kakashi level, in terms of strength. Who the hell was this guy, Naruto thought to himself. Looking at people like Mito and Gaara, Naruto could see that they had another source of chakra inside of them, but this guy was a well-rounded ninja. The way he carried himself, the way he moved, cautious and caring, and yet looking so carefree. Naruto watched him the entire time as he spoke. He introduced himself as Kabuto Yakuji, as he offered them assistance. Hearing that, the question was asked by Kiba about the other villages who was participating. Kabuto told him about the Land of Sound, saying that it was a newly developed village and weak, as they will send one team this year. Upon him saying that, Naruto felt the movements as he saw the Sound Ninjas. He could see their chakra, their bodies tensing as they speak to one another. As he saw something as well from the gauntlet on the big guy arm, the sound earwave that came out of it. That would be quite deadly in close combat, Naruto thought to himself. When he heard Kabuto talking about Gaara, seems like someone asked him about him, probably Mito or Sasuke. However, the sound team was not happy about the comment as they attacked, as Kabuto was wide open, but Naruto watched as he released himself. All tension seemed to leave him, as he did on purpose. Now Naruto was even more suspicious. However, they stopped as Kabuto was on the ground puking. Naruto was able to see it all. What the hell was that, said Mito. He didn't even do anything, he just waved his hand and boom. See that, said Naruto. What, she said. That thing on his arm. Yeah, those holes. He sent the sound wave from it directly to your ear, and it messed with your sense of movement and your equilibrium, said Naruto. Ah, you're a smart one, aren't you? As Naruto looked towards the sound ninja that stood beside him. And you also talk too much. The guy swung his arm towards Naruto, trying to, well, knock him back in his place for revealing his little trick. However, Mito stepped in front of Naruto as she covered her fist with her chains. She's always wanted to try this as her fist was covered by her chains. She then slammed it right into Dosu's arm, as the effects of the sound wave was cancelled out as Mito did not make him come near her. Dosu had to step back as he felt the strain in his fingers. What the hell are those things made out of? Zaku came up behind her. And what's going on here? A few other Konoha shinobis that need to be put in their place. I wouldn't advise doing anything stupid. You might regret it, Sasuke said, standing behind Zaku. Heh, you're one fast as shit, aren't you, Uchiha? Naruto narrowed his eyes. He knew that they were Uchihas. Well, there are features, but still, something was going on here. As Naruto opened his mouth before he could though. Alright, you maggots, quiet down. Time skip. The test was over. The first test was pretty simple. Sasuke had used his Sharingan to mimic the movement of the guy in front of him, while Naruto had used his chakra threads to control Mito's arm and then use her arm to write in all the answers. She had turned towards him with a grin. She was shocked at first until she saw Naruto, as she allowed him to control her arm and write all the answers in, after he stole them from another guy by using Sharingan to mimic his movements. Ibiki was explaining the true meaning of the test until, boom, the glass shattered. Banners were pinned up rather easily. A grin came on Mito's face as she saw her friend, big sister to be exact. Hello, you maggots, uncle said, a big smile as she saw Mito and gave her a wink. As Mito grinned happily, I will be the proctor of the second test, Uncle Mitarashi. Time skip. The group had just entered into the forest after the whole dealings with the outside, as they had 5 days to travel through the forest and gather the other scroll. They were given a heaven scroll, so they need an earth scroll. Alright, said Naruto as they came to a stop. We need a plan. What are we gonna do, said Mito, as Naruto turned towards her with a smile. Time skip. Mito was walking through the forest alone, as she was holding the scroll in her right hand. As she was just walking, acting normal until she noticed something ahead of her. Oh, what's that? It was a scroll on the ground, as she reached to pick it up until she was captured, as ropes grabbed her hand and pulled her into the tree, two tied her leg and held her upside down. Well, looky what we have here. A team from the rain came out of the foliage. They were wearing face masks, breathers, that could help them go underwater. To think that someone would be that stupid. Huh. And they say that Konoha ninjas have sense. I guess they were lying. Or, you're just retarded, the guy said, the leader of the group that was in front of them. Well, I guess you got me there, said Mito with a grin. Or, maybe I'm just a clone. And we did this to draw you guys out, and you fell right into our trap. The other two plus the leader was shocked hearing that. That was when Sasuke appeared and slammed a brutal kick across the leader's face, launching him into his comrade, knocking him out cold. The other guy tried to run when a chain grabbed his leg and slammed him into a tree. As Naruto appeared, I guess I wasn't needed. Tell your brother, Mito said, after all, he took your opponent out. Sasuke brushed his arms off, quick and easy. Hey look, Mito said. Our luck. Here it is. As she couldn't believe the Earth Scroll on their first try. I guess we're lucky, Sasuke said. Yeah, too lucky, said Naruto. Let's just head to the tower, said Mito. We will probably be the first team there to break some kind of record or something. You're probably right. Let's get moving. As they start to take to the trees. That is when Naruto suddenly stopped. Hey, what's wrong? Let's move, said Mito. We have to be the first one there. Sasuke placed his hand down on the branch as it was shaking. Something is not right, said Naruto. What, said Mito, as she then felt the shaking. Is this an earthquake? I don't think so, said Naruto, looking up. As Mito glanced up, what the hell? A snake that was at least 10 times larger than them was rushing towards them. As Mito quickly started to release chains until Naruto stepped in front of the two of them. Naruto gripped his staff. As he held onto it tight, visible blue chakra started to be seen as the snake was barreling towards him with tremendous speed. As Naruto held the staff up before, he brought it down with a tremendous amount of force. An individual that was watching the trees watched as nothing but raw, condensed air force burst from the staff. The person had a smile of glee as they watched his complicated technique be done by none other than a simple genin. The airwave seemed to split through the heavens itself, cutting any air force that might slow it down. The snake met the force and tried to push on, but its body was not strong enough. Slice. As the thing was torn into before, blood started to splatter, but the snake poofed away before it could completely split. Whoa, said Mito. How the hell did you do that without hand signs? She looked towards him. However, Naruto had a concerned look on his face. What's wrong, Sasuke said, seeing the look as well. Don't move, neither of you, said Naruto. You're scaring me, what's going on, said Mito. I doubt Uncle would send a snake after us. Sasuke's eyes went wide as he realized that was a summon. So what, said Mito? There's only one other person that can perform snake jutsus other than Uncle. Who? My. A voice spoke up as Naruto glanced upward to see a woman standing there. A woman from the land of grass. She licked her lips. I must say, you're one special specimen, aren't you? Able to wield nature like that without even hand signs. You must have some excellent control. Orochimaru, said Naruto. The woman raised her eyebrow. You can drop the act. Your summoning snake is not fooling anyone, said Naruto. As the woman started to chuckle uncontrollably. Wait, you mean one of the Sanin? Said Mito. The woman was laughing insanely, before she reached upwards and ripped her face clean off. Mito almost puked, but when she saw the face underneath, to see that it was not blood and guts. I have to say, I'm surprised. I didn't even feel like going along with the rules once more. I'm just astonished. You've already proven yourself to me, young Naruto-kun. All that is left is you, Sasuke-kun. Proving himself. For what, Mito asks? For something very special. As Orochimaru seemed to vanish, Naruto turned and swung his staff. It was blocked by a sword. Orochimaru stood in the center of their little group. Mito chains came out as they shot forward, but Orochimaru twists as he dropped so low, it seemed impossible. His foot came up though as he slammed it right into Mito's shoulder, blasting her away like a bullet, giving Sasuke enough time to plant 2 kunais in his skull. While Sasuke tried to, but Orochimaru twisted his neck as the kunai stabbed into the earth. He then threw his other foot around and knocked Sasuke away. All of this happened in the span of a second. However, a sword clash with Naruto's staff was still going on. Orochimaru had a smile, gleeful look on his face. As Naruto pulled his staff back and jumped and disengaged, he looked towards Sasuke before Mito had recovered as they all flashed to hand sign. Both him and Sasuke took in a deep breath as Mito already finished her hand signs. Wind style, Gale Bomb! Fire style, both Uchiha said. Fireball Jutsu! The three attack collided into a massive inferno as all three of them jumped back. They landed in different squadrons. You're good. Mito froze. But with your little pets, I won't be needing you. Both Naruto and Sasuke heard Mito scream as they snapped their head towards her. She was dropping off the branch. As Naruto leaped and caught her in his arms before, pulled out the explosive and threw it towards the snake Sanin. Sasuke threw a row of explosive tag as well. A huge explosion went off as both Uchihas took off, Naruto holding on to Mito. Are you alright? Naruto asked. Yeah, I'm fine, she said. He had gave her a rather nasty right hook in the shoulder. As she held onto her arm, we have to get out of here, said Naruto. We have no way of beating that guy. Naruto knew that he was strong, but that guy was one of the legendary Sanins. His skills on par with a Kage. Naruto knew that he could not win. As Sasuke glanced behind him, that is when Naruto stopped and grabbed Sasuke's arm, stopping him as well as Orochimaru stood there, a gleeful smile on his face. My, you're so fast, he said. I must say, the more I fight, the more intrigue I feel. What do you want? Said Naruto. Why are you here? As Orochimaru simply smiled. Well, it's quite easy, you see. I'm here. For you. Orochimaru was stabbed right through the guts. Looking down, he looked as he saw the end of Naruto's staff. As the thing had shot towards him with blinding speed, Naruto had used his chakra strings like a cannon as he compressed the wind pressure with his fingers while he was talking to the sun and shot it forward. However, Orochimaru had proven to be a lot more than he expected. As the Sanin turned into mud, Sasuke spun with two totems in both eyes. As he looked behind him, that is when a fist planted in his stomach. Sasuke grabbed onto the fist though. Now, he said as he held on to it tight. Mito leaped out of Naruto's arms as her chain shot around Orochimaru's neck and yanked him downwards. Naruto then gripped his staff as he had pulled it back towards him. Chakra was blurring through the thing as the tip of it became purple. Naruto then brought it down. A colossal explosion came on as the entire place was destroyed. Both Mito and Sasuke were thrown back by the force as Naruto stood there, his staff in the dirt. The amount of chakra that he had slammed down on the snake Sanin. However, the man had slipped away, somehow able to negate and escape out of Mito's chains, and break his hold on Sasuke as well. Naruto turned as three snakes burst from the ground. Quickly, Naruto dispatched them as he heard Sasuke. Sasuke was engaged in Orochimaru as they clashed. Orochimaru seemed to be having fun as Naruto knew that the man was holding back severely. Mito nodded towards them as they shot forward. The three kids engaged Orochimaru. Orochimaru smirked as he watched their teamwork together. The three of them came at him fast and strong. However, he dodged and weaved. That was until he realized he wasn't able to hit Naruto. It seemed that the child had eyes in the back of his head, and not to mention his shades that seemed pretty much, well, unseeable from Orochimaru's advantage. They were pretty much dark. Orochimaru didn't know how he was seeing him. Orochimaru jumped back as he slammed his hand on the ground. The entire place shook violently, causing them all to stumble on their feet. As Naruto slammed his staff into the ground and reached out and grabbed Mito with chakra threads and pulled her forward. He reached out towards Sasuke when he heard Sasuke cry out. Naruto watched as Sasuke drop down to the ground after being beaten into the neck. Orochimaru licked his lips. And now it's your turn. Naruto threw Mito back, away from him. The snake Sanin head rushed towards him as Naruto jumped. Orochimaru's head snapped upwards as his tongue extended and wrapped around Naruto. That is when Naruto swapped places a log, as he reappeared right between Orochimaru's neck. A kunai in hand. Immediately, said kunai was covered by his chakra. It became thin and flat, like a blade extended beyond the kunai reach, as Naruto swiped and took his head off. As Naruto thought that he actually got it until a fist buried in his stomach. Blood came from Naruto's mouth as he crashed into the ground hard. Orochimaru was a bit upset at being caught so easily. As snakes reattached his body together, Naruto picked himself up, shocked. That wasn't possible. That was not humanly possible, Naruto thought to himself. I have to say, I didn't expect that. It seems you're more than I. Orochimaru dodged as Mito had almost ripped him apart. Mito's body was covered by a red cloak. She landed as she growled. I won't let you hurt them. I'll rip you apart, she said. Before Naruto could stop her, she engaged Orochimaru. The Sannin blasted her back with an ear pressure. Mito flipped and landed as Naruto jumped in front of her. Stop, said Naruto. You can't fight him without your mind focusing. You're not in a proper state to fight anyone like this. Brute strength is not what we need here. I don't think we can match him at that. As Mito looked towards him, her fangs baring. Calm down, said Naruto. He knew that Orochimaru was just too fast and strong for them. As he glanced toward his brother, take Sasuke. Move him now, said Naruto. But what about you, Mito said, calming down. Naruto and Sasuke were the only ones that seemed to be calmer down quickly. Naruto mostly. Just do it, said Naruto. Mito nodded as her chain shot forward and grabbed Sasuke, who was still in pain. As Naruto looked at his brother, what did you do to him, Naruto asked. Oh, I simply gave him a gift. I have another one for you as well. Naruto reached up and took off his glasses. His eyes were closed. I'm gonna make you pay for what you did. Orochimaru chuckled until he saw Naruto's eyes. Orochimaru had no idea about Naruto's special eyes. After all, information about this was kept, well, basically as secrets. What's this? Are my eyes deceiving me? Or are those blue Sharingan, Orochimaru said, completely shocked. Before he could finish anything though, Naruto launched his staff at him once again, this time aiming right for his heart. The snake Sannin opened his mouth as a snake wrapped around the hilt. That is when Naruto smiled. He used a thread that was attached to the staff and sent fire chakra down it. The snake was burned as Orochimaru was forced to release. As he did though, Naruto caught his staff already reached up to him. Orochimaru was shocked as Naruto's foot came up. Orochimaru dodged as he brought his hand up behind Naruto, but Naruto tilted his head and grabbed his arm before slamming a brutal kick in his face. He then slammed the kick under his chin, snapping the snake Sannin head up. Naruto then flipped and drive his leg down into his skull. Orochimaru's head slammed on the branch. Naruto turned in mid-air as he blurred through hand sign. The entire branch was sliced to a million pieces as Naruto went style, sliced it up rather brutally. Naruto landed as he was not done yet as a branch and the pieces fall. Fire style! Raging Inferno, he said as he exhaled a gigantic blue flame that swallowed everything, turned it into dust before it could even fall. However, Naruto tilted, dodging Orochimaru's punch. Orochimaru himself seemed surprised as he came right from underneath the ground. Naruto then slammed a brutal fist in his stomach. Orochimaru was shocked when he was blasted through a tree and another before he came to a stop. As Naruto rushed forward and swung his staff, Orochimaru moved as several trees were taken down by the force. The snake Sannin flipped away as he landed, a look of intrigue and shock on his face. While Naruto was sweating, it doesn't matter what he does, this guy, damn it. As Naruto started to funnel the purple chakra through his body by mixing blue and red, he had an idea. However, this might go extremely well, or extremely bad. Over to the other side, Mito picked up Sasuke. It's gonna be alright, she said as Sasuke had passed out. Everything's gonna be fine. Back to Orochimaru. I have to say, this was something I never expected in the slightest. You are nothing as I expected. You're far much more greater than I expected, Orochimaru said. As Naruto beckoned him to come, Orochimaru sped forward as Naruto smirked. That is when Naruto brought his hand together and twirled. Orochimaru slowed down as he saw a massive, strange purple energy glowing right in front of his face. As the thing grew and expanded, Naruto glanced up toward the tree as he threw a kunai. It chopped the tree branch off. Naruto swapped places with it, as once again the attack was not able to properly form. However, this is all he needed. Orochimaru was surprised as he was caught up in a blast. The Sannin was blown away. The whole place was decimated. Naruto landed in front of Mito and Sasuke as he grabbed the both of them and leaped upwards. As debris and dirt, stone, everything wiped across the place. They landed a far distance away by Naruto, moving with intense speed. As he landed, panting, right in front of Mito. As he did a lot and fast. And not to mention he had strained his system by pumping out so much of the chakra combined. Usually, he did it in small bursts. But this was far more than he had ever done before. "Are you alright?" said Mito. "Yeah, I'm fine," said Naruto. His chakra supplies were fine because Naruto chakra was extremely low when it comes to using jutsus. However, he strained his system by pumping out too much of the combined chakra together. That was his problem and he still had no control over it after all. It was supposed to be a lot more powerful than that, but because of him not being able to control it, it was unstable, and it was not that effective because it can only go off in one direction. However, he hoped that it was enough for the Snake Sannin to be taken down. As Naruto blinked when he saw something on his vision, a sword coming right towards Mito. Naruto jumped right in the path. However, it was a trick. The sword turned into a snake before wrapping around Naruto. Damn it, he cursed. Orochimaru's head came out of the snake's mouth as he bit into Naruto's neck. Mito quickly rushed forward, kunai ready to stab into the back of Orochimaru's skull, but he quickly dislodged and slapped Mito away as she crashed on the ground. His head quickly tracked to his body as Mito got up, hearing Naruto in pain. As Naruto was gripping his neck, Mito jumped in front of the two of them. Her eyes were red and slitted. "I'm gonna kill you," she said, as her fangs and her nails started to extend. "Maybe another time," Orochimaru said. "What did you do to them, you bastard?" "As I said, I gave them a gift. But you might want to take care of them, after all. You're now all alone. Who knows what is lurking out here," Orochimaru said, as he smiled before he sunk into the ground and vanished. Mito wanted to go after him, but she knew she should not. She should take care of her teammates as she turned towards the two that was on the ground. She rushed towards her aid as Naruto had passed out. "Damn it," she said. Quickly bringing her hand up, she created a clone. The clone picked up Sasuke. They had to get out of here. So much commotion, there was people dying to get here, she knew. A distance away, Orochimaru returned out of the tree. Shock was clear on his face. So much things that he learned today. However, one of the most important thing was that child was able to force him to shed his skin. That blast. That blast was not a normal blast. It was... Orochimaru couldn't explain what it was. That was definitely not normal chakra. That was not any special ninjutsu. Orochimaru didn't understand what it was. Nor did he understand why it was a Sharingan blue. There was so much thing this Naruto child had that he had no idea about. An intriguing smile was on Orochimaru's face. Embarrassed, yes, to know that he had to shed his skin for a simple child, but still, he was intrigued. Naruto Uchiha. As he licked his lips, it seems he got more than he bargained for, and he loved it. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see the next person do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. But I'm off for now, see you guys soon. Peace.